go.
No, I was reading some. Oh, hey, everybody. Hey, it's Jeffy, and it's Wardrobe. Hi. Hey, dare play a little Crossing the Line, Aachen 1944 by VUCA Simulations, my new favorite game company, game system, game everything. I love everything about it. It's the best thing ever. I'll never play anything ever again.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. Anywho, let's get going here. You know, after I kind of stumble around and find my thing here, so I can do that little thing and go like. Okay, everybody, we're here playing a little Crossing the Line, Aachen 1944 by VUCA Simulations, second edition. And Jeffrey from Hex to Hex sent this to me to give it a shot a long time ago, and now's an appropriate time to play it in September. Also started reading a book about Aachen, which has been good, an enjoyable lark. I'll need to, I want to take some time, and as I read about what they're, the formations they're talking about and see which ones are reflecting here. I don't have it quite memorized, but I have seen them talking about the 9th Infantry Division and the 3rd. So that's been fun to see that. Anywho, in the 353rd from the German side of things, basically I'm just trying to take these victory condition hexes here, blue things here. I think they really should probably be like this and then flipped over, but that's fine. So I can show possession. But there's too many of them out and I don't want to mess with it. So right now the Allies, the US has 25 of them. They need, I should have had that out. Hold on. They need like 71 to have a massively decisive victory, but which is most of them. They need 51 for a marginal victory. So a draw is 40 to 50, marginal is 51 to 60, substantial 61 to 70. And occupying Aachen and Aachen hex, city hex. Now I find it funny that they made it red, but any city hex, it says an Aachen hit city hex. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5. So I didn't really, anyway, so I got a guy up here occupying it. That's probably kind of dumb because these guys are going to start they're going to get out of command and I can't move this guy up actually. So I need to check this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So he is 13 and I wanted to move this guy, but my last command roll would not allow me to do that. So anyway, so I want to just get on here tonight, Sunday night, that kind of thing. I don't really care about football, so I don't need to watch that. And but if you do, please do. And just want to get here and talk. And I invited the other guys on if they wanted to kind of just cover in while I'm sitting there talking. I'll look at the comments occasionally. Jeff may notice here we do have Charles is up here. Evening, sir. Of course, thank you, sir. Hex to Hex and Hex to Hex Wargaming's on here. What's that?
The Chuckster, he's going to be on.
Yep, appreciate it, man. Anywho, so just playing some game, just kind of talking through it. I'll try to talk as much as I can during it, and then I may do some counter clipping too. I don't know, depends how it's going. So before I do that, Jeff, what do you have you played any games today? What are you working on? You doing something?
Yeah, I was just over there messing around, doing some stuff with Glorian Empire, but I've spent most of the evening while watching football, reading the rules to World War 85.
Are you able to play at the table and do the stream or not?
No, not the Glorian Empire, but that's fine. I can, even if I walk over to the well-lit corner, which you can't see over yonder, I can still hear you.
Okay, I just didn't know if you would be able to play a game while we're doing this or not.
No, you do your thing.
All right. I just don't understand your setup yet. Okay. All right. So this is a 3-turn game. It takes a long time to play this. This is a little bit like GCACW in that sense, in that you're like, oh, it's a 3-turn scenario. That's pretty good. There's not very many counters on the board. Okay. That doesn't matter. Like, the 3rd, they get to activate 7 times. The first 7 times, the 9th 4 times, and then all the German get somewhere between 4 to about 4 to 5 times. So it's the number of formation that makes a difference. So you get to activate 4 to 5 times, and depending on what you roll for a number of orders they get, it could be 1 to 7 activation points. So it's a lot. It takes a while to work through it, and you kind of really just have to be patient and take your time playing here. And we got another guest, McMurray's up here. What's up, sir?
What's going on?
Andrew
Oh,
Solomon.
you sound good. That sounds really good coming through. What do you Jeff's
I need
just
to
looking at some rules. What are you doing anything tonight with gaming, or are you just hanging?
I watched Logan's Run earlier. That was entertaining. No
Oh.
way to game that, but it's a good movie. As always, Jenny Agutter can fucking get it. I think, I don't know, Jeff needs to teach me how to play the Whirlpool.
into the whirlpool.
But yes.
We will have to do that. That's for sure.
What's up?
I say we will have to do that. That's for sure.
It's good. I'm watching my way through your the couple videos you did and the disruption clarification that you did. I was smart enough to realize that disruption was not per unit but per formation, so that was good.
Yeah. And once Herman made that clarification, all of those recovery rules made sense.
I still can't figure out, is redress just a single move action?
What's that?
Redress?
Yeah. So if you have, let's say you got a unit that has 3 actions,
Yeah.
and you're going to move 2 hexes or 2 spaces through the woods, or if you move 2 spaces, then you use that 3rd action to redress, and you don't accumulate any disruption.
Okay. I was having a hell of a time finding exactly what redress was in the rules. Plenty of references to it. But anyways, but no, so farting around into the whirlpool. I think I've dug myself into enough of a confusion hole on that game that I might put something else on the table for a minute and then come back to it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I took mine down for the time being because I got so many other things I need to do.
But I mean, you guys ever get into that hole where it's like, okay, I've overthought this and read something and confused something.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's worth. Again, I'm loving it. It's just I don't know how I managed to confuse myself this much on a game that probably shouldn't confuse me this much.
Right.
But as always, there's lots and lots and lots of games sitting here that I still need to play. So
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest with you. I got this Tenochtitlan game, or Tenochtitlan, however you want to pronounce it. That should be a cool one. I've got this other, what is it? Hammer of Judean Hammer. That could be a cool one, but that's a whole independent system. Those are the two I got. The 2 others I got from Blue Panther, along with this one. And then there's 8 million other things. Maybe I'll watch. Todd, do you remember that channel you sent me a while back that had all the Great War at Sea videos on it?
Oh gosh, no, I don't remember.
He was a
I mean,
Asian dude with a British accent, and I feel like
yeah, that's right.
I don't remember the name of the channel though. I thought I subscribed to him, but I can't find it now.
Oh man, I wonder if he took him down.
No, I doubt it, because they'd all been up there for a while. He wasn't really putting a whole lot up, but he had also done like a thing of what is it, Iron and Oak, the Civil War.
Okay.
Well, either way, but I keep thinking about Great War at Sea also, because I have a few of those now that should be relatively independent in terms of Mediterranean. Should have a bunch that I can play just with Mediterranean. The 1904, 1905 isn't necessarily my favorite period for pre-dreadnoughts, but it should be able to be played independently, as well as I have Remember the Maine, which is the Spanish-American War complete box, as opposed to being one of the like original style partial films.
Let me show you what I got in the mail today while I'm thinking about it.
Oh baby.
I gotta find it. Where did I hide it? Oh, here they are. Let me off camera myself. Give me a second. If you don't mind, Mr. Woodruff.
What do you want to? Yeah, that's fine. Hey, real quick, Andrew.
Yes.
You should remember this. His name is Andrew.
Ah, balls.
Choong, CHOONG. What is that?
These are they're collapsible, sort of like card cases.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So I got these for the Tarot size cards in the lock and load stuff, and then I got coming tomorrow are the ones that fit play size cards.
Sweet! For all your Magic the Gathering and Pokemon cards
are hard plastic, so
that's cool.
they're actual cases.
Anyway, Andrew, that's who it is. Andrew Choong.
Choon, CHOON.
NG, CHOONG. Andrew Choong, 2895.
Outstanding, thank you. Because his stuff, it's a little dry, which makes sense. It's a rather dry rules walkthrough, but it's outstanding.
He posted 3 months ago and said he was taking summer off. So looks like I didn't watch it. Anyway, so there you go.
Danny, what's up, buddy? Good to see you on here, man. This is Crossing the Line VUCA.
Oh man, we got a bunch of people on here. So sorry, so we got Camp on here. Good to see you, Joey. Good. Oh, Charles may be posting video. Commando Solo. Okay, and you answered his question. Thank you. Stuart. Oh, he's great. Stuart must know Andrew Choong as well. He said he's great. All right. So, playing Aachen here, and these guys just activated. This guy activated. So, just going through the activations. I might actually finish this turn. Hopefully. Actually, I will finish this turn pretty soon because the activations are winding down for the first turn. And maybe I'll just do a little chat about it. And I'll shoot a video. So, while I'm doing that, so you guys can hear me do my summary. Okay. 5-5. So the Americans will go first there. Okay. So Americans got initiative. So the first thing you roll is initiative, and they're going to do that. Chat. What are you guys doing? Are you playing something? You watching besides this? Doing something else? Let me know. Let us know what's going on out there, fellas. All right, Americans' turn. Let's see, they're done. So we got 9th and the 1st can still do. So I think on the 9th we'll just activate, probably just get 1, and they're just going to do that. I don't think there's anything else you can really do to improve your situation. So these guys are just I'm improving the defense of the Americans down here because they hold these positions. There's not a whole lot they can do. They do have to be a little careful about getting out of command, but they should be all right. They're getting command from over here. Oh, actually, they're getting it from over here. But the Germans probably aren't going to get that saucy to get out there. And that's that. So those boys are done. 9th is done. So the 1st infantry is the only one. They have 4 activate. What are those called? 4 initiatives? 4
goes.
4 activations left?
4 movies.
I don't know what's going on there. Okay. Because it's called, I don't know. Anyway, they have 4 activations.
4 points. 4 activation points.
And, it's another tie. So the Germans win it. So the Germans get initiative. I think I'm going to activate the, what to say what to do with these guys down here at the 116th.
You had it right. 4 activations.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if these are activations or what now I'm doing. So
and then you get points, activation points.
Yeah, action points. All right. So they got a 2. So that's going to suck. So they're going to get 1 probably. So 2 on with 1 left is 1. All right. So do I want to attack that guy there? Last time I tried to attack, I lost. I hate it when I attack and I'm the only one that takes a loss, and I lost a whole panther. A remaining panther. It's probably just at that point a troop or whatever they called it. Platoon, yeah. So it's 4, and they'd be attacking at 5. 5 against 4 would be 1-1. They do have better tank, or do I back up and cover? Let's see. So 1-1, a hasty attack. I'm not going to get any. The only bonus would be a 2.
Danny, where are you at? What country are you in, Danny?
Who?
Commando Solo.
Oh. He's probably in America if it's before bed, dog.
Well, it's he's on Twitch, so that's why I said it over the thing.
Oh, it was like he's
because you wouldn't see my text. Florida. Okay. Well, you're East Coast with me then. All right, good deal. Camp, are you seeing my text things I'm putting in the comments?
You know what? I'm going to back up and go get that guy. Town. Okay, so let's get to do one thing. You guys can move. I may give up that hex up there. Where do I go? Man.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Camp, I'm watching it. I got my YouTube up on his channel, so I can put chat in there.
All right, so we're just going to go up here and defend here. So,
oh, good deal, Danny. Yeah, appreciate it, brother.
Okay, so there we go. Thank you, Jeff, for keeping track of the comments there. All right. So the 116th is done for the turn. The 526 is done. The 9th Panzer Division has 4 activations left, and the 353rd has got 1. 3. So Americans got it again. The Americans actually want to. They have to be careful with that. I thought about passing as the Americans, but the Germans could just say, "Oh, we'll pass too." Okay. So what? So Americans are going to American. So the only people I can do is First Infantry Division. So I need to try to get this First Infantry Division up here and moving around here. So let's get a nice roll.
Yeah, that's your power punching force, I think, in the middle, isn't it?
Plus
don't they have some armor, I think, to drifts on with them later?
No, this is all they get. What they should do, and what I need to do, is put a little bit. I need to put a couple tanks from the 3rd into with the 1st. Attach them, and maybe attach a couple of infantry over on the 3rd.
Right.
And I'll do that this next turn if I can get these guys undisrupted. But yeah, they have nothing. I mean, they are just purely infantry. So I think, to me, that tells me they need to attach some armor with it, because then you get that. They really emphasize combined arms in here. So, all right. So, and I think I've already violated the stacking there, because you can only have 1 infantry per hex.
Yeah, it looks like you did, buddy. Come on, man.
So technically, these guys should be eliminated, but I'm not going to be like that.
You don't need that kind of negativity in your life, buddy.
What's those red and white markers you got, Todd?
Whoops. Red and white markers.
On your enemy line there, or whatever. Those, yeah.
Out of command.
Oh,
they're out of. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, now that I've seen that, I've been screwing that up. So I've screwed up a few times on that. So yeah, you cannot stack. You can only have 1 infantry per hex. 1 infantry, 2 tanks, and a headquarters. That's pretty wild. So yeah, you definitely need to get some tanks up there to get some extra punch. Well, that changes a lot of stuff here. All right, so how many did he get? I rolled a 10 on 4, so that means they probably get 10 on 4 is, they still get 7. So they get 7 action points. Well, it'd be nice to continue breaking this line down. So let's go 1. OP Candy's disrupted. Womp womp. 1, 2. And that's 1 point. 1, 2. That's 2 points. And now we're going to attack. Well, what if I move these guys 1, 2? Do they have a zone of control? Do disrupted and out of command. Are they disrupted? Please tell me they're disrupted. They're not disrupted. Boo. What if I went 1, 2, 3, 4? Can I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, we're gonna do that. So these guys are gonna. I'm gonna spend 1 to move these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another one to go boom. Boom. So now they've used. Now they're down to 3. So now we're gonna do a full attack with these guys, and now they're surrounded by those guys. Okay. So first thing you do is it's going to be 6 attacking 3, but we're going to pull out our little counter here. So 3 multiplied. Oh, perfect. 9. 9 defense. And 6 times.
Joey, were those the historical?
2. So 12.
That was the historical orders. Everybody's got to know. You will.
It's going to be 3 to 2. Next time, I'm going to set up my table differently. I do not like the way I set this up this time. It's very uncomfortable. All right, so 3 to 2 attack with these guys here. So let's go through the DRMs. So command support by units of the same formation. Yes, 2 per hex. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4 for a die roll. So I got 4. And combat support by friendly adjacent units. Yes, so 1 plus X. So that's a 5. Sweet. HQ attack support. Yes, I get all of it, which is going to be a 6. So that's now an 11 modifier on the die roll. Hexside terrain. Ooh.
I got to admit, this game system is pretty tight.
No, it is not hexside terrain. Armor superiority, no.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the freaking dragon teeth thingy?
He's not attacking across it. He's attacking across this way, and that does not continue.
Oh, okay. Couldn't see it.
So there's that. So it's an 11 die roll modifier. Now, is there any defense? Improved position. Support units by the same formation. Now, do they have to be... No, he's not. Nope, he's not supporting that. He is.
Stuart, eventually, Todd and I will get back into playing some GCACW one day.
We got to get into that soon, man. I've been seeing too many people playing games. It's getting me all worked up. So it's an 11 modifier on the 3-2 column into the. It's
Beth, right here.
Come on, nice high roll. Come on. 15 on the 3-2 column is going to be a 1-2. So they're going to lose 2 steps, and the Americans are going to lose 1. The Germans do have to roll for effectiveness. So they're going to lose a step there. So they're going to go down 1, down to 2. And they're going to roll for effectiveness. They fail. So now they're disrupted. I think that's what happens. If second hit, if red and EC failed, apply as a forced retreat. Oh, they're not disrupted. Oh, correct. May enter, and if no other route, 1 SP lost if unable to force retreat, 2 step losses. Well, they'll be able to do it. Oh, man, I wish I could have surrounded him even more. So he's going to go down and take a step loss. And now he's down to 1. I thought he disrupted. And I've been getting that wrong, too. So okay, that's cool. He's no longer under an improved defense because he just left that behind. Let's check that real quick and make sure. So, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, you failed it. Yeah, you do become disrupted. That's the whole point of that roll. So, and how many hits did I say they took? Just 2, right? Yeah, 2. So disrupted. One, 2. Nope. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now he is now in command. Changes at the moment, I believe. Those go away. I love this variability that you get in the combat. That's cool. You would spend this point to move in there. So I didn't take a victory point location, but I did move across. I crossed that line. I crossed that line. I don't know if that's the line I need to cross, but I crossed that line. And all right, that's that. So, and that uses up that.
You
So
crossed
now-
that line, bro.
All right, so they have 3 activations left. Roll for initiative. So wait, does that mean this guy's probably in command too? Then he's probably. Nope. Having that American Anakin is bad. The Germans need to get rid of that guy.
Would you bum rush around the south side of them?
Yeah, I went in here like this. Bloop.
Wow.
I thought, man, I got to get in there, but I'm really risking these 3 units getting out of command, or 2 units.
I could never break that line in the woods. I had to
Oh.
break out below with the armor.
You went down here.
Yeah, I'd tell them I'd get across.
Well,
And it was tough getting through that armor down there too.
yeah, no, these guys are being tough over here. There's something about attacking across the across these dragon's teeth that I need to look up again. I haven't really done a whole lot of that, but like I think the armor has to take the hits or something. What do we got going on here? Okay, so I don't know where we ended here. Stuart, Zeppelin, yeah. How's that learning the rules? What? That's how you learn the rules. If you were perfect all the time, how do you learn? Exactly.
Yep.
Joey says 1 ID orders at Aachen support 380 left flank. Well, that's kind of what they're doing. They need to, get up here more to do that and kind of just push them. I'd love to see the first ID kind of get up here and get this victory point and maybe come up here like this. It's going to start moving that way. I thought these guys couldn't cross over this way, but I think they can. I didn't find a rule that said the Germans couldn't cross over that way. And the 9 AD was ordered to support the 3rd right flank. Well, that's kind of what they're doing. Though they're pretty weak. I was going to attack with these Germans here, but I think these guys are going to become pretty static here. Just keep those guys honest. VUCA makes some nice games. Look like they play well, but do not get interested in this system. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it takes a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Danny's up. Okay, it's called crossing the line. It doesn't say which line to cross. Just cross the line. Amen, brother. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for everybody who's popping on. Nice little quiet watching wardrobe, count hexes and do stuff, and occasionally Jeff and McMurray popping on and saying something. Saying something. All right, so initiative roll. Did I do that already? I don't know. Here I go. I'm rolling initiative, and it's the 7 and 7. It's a tie. Oh, I've never had a tie. Who goes on ties? You re-roll. This is interesting. This is good. All right. Tie goes to the U.S. That sounds also like GCACW. One of the sides get the ties. Here it's the U.S. So that's cool. All right. Well, first infantry will go again. So they'll activate. We'll roll. 5 on a 3 is probably not going to be very many. It's 3. So, okay. All right. So first ID. What do they want to do? They just want to push up here, maybe move. So 3, I could move that infantry up there. I think this is one thing about this game you probably have to really think through. Like, well, I'm nearing the end of this turn, so just like kind of thinking ahead and planning ahead, like what do I want to do here? Like, do I want to go ahead and move up my headquarters up here? Some of these guys might recover that disruption. It'd be nice just to get rid of that guy. You know what? 15 range, though. He's got a waste guy, so I don't need to spend time on that. If I move these guys up now, it'd be good because these guys can't react. So that's 1, 2. So now they're up there. And so I have 1 left. Do I want to make a hasty attack against this guy? It'd be 6. So right now it's 6-1. Let's do it.
Do it.
He's not going to get any modifiers from anybody else. Nothing else. So this guy in the back is attacking him. 6-1. So that's that. So 6. Hasty attack is going to be times 1. And this guy's got 1. Oh, it did. Oh, that's interesting. I've never noticed this. I guess if they're 1, they don't get any multipliers because it's going to. Huh. Okay. So it's going to be 1. 6-1. Oh, yeah, because the Americans just got 1, so I don't need those out anymore. 6-1. And modifiers are going to be nothing. I don't think it's going to be anything. He is attacking into. Oh, no. Just forest for a change. Dense forest city. 6-1 is going to be right there. I think there are no DRMs at all of any kind. So here we go. 9 on the 6-1 is going to be, oh, yikes, 1-2. So they are eliminated, but the Americans actually have to make a check. Please roll low. And I got it. Oh boy, they are good. So I will spend that point to move up. Wait, do I want to spend that point to move someone else up? Maybe it might be good to get this guy up there, or I could move this guy up, and he is now going to be easier to get out of command. So that's what he's going to do. And this guy is destroyed. So I just knocked out the 453rd Regiment. Is that a regiment or battalion? Of the 526th Division. So that's 453rd. Sorry, you get to see me right up into the camera here. Probably not really. I think that's battalions there. Jeff? What do you think? Or well, actually, anybody that's played this, and Jeff, do you think this system would be good for the Bulge or not?
Well, yeah. I mean, but didn't we say that the Deadly Forest was like that? Deadly Woods?
No. Deadly Woods uses the they use the Deadly Woods uses the dark system series.
Oh, the chit draw. Yeah.
Chit draw. I would say what's interesting to me is because they're making this a system game now and they're calling it formations, which is interesting because really that's what BCS is. It's really a formation game, right?
Right.
I mean, it's battalion units, but you really need to think of them as the division, that's going forward. So to me, it's kind of a similar type of thing. And obviously that's been done. I just wonder, I don't know what the map would be like. Is this?
Well, it could be painfully long to play a Bulge game
in this system? Yeah, it really could actually. But for crying out loud, you got all these 2 or 3 new games, Time for Trumpets and Bogdan Rhine. And I mean, I got to think BCS game, you've never played the full campaign of that, have you?
Nope.
I got to think that'd take a while. All right, roll initiative. And the Germans get 3. Oh. Yeah, the Germans now get, the Germans won that. So now the Americans. So the Germans got it. Germans up. 353rd. Do I just want to go ahead and put those guys in defense? Probably not going to be anything. Oh, yeah, 1. Perfect. So they get to do 1 thing. Fantastic. This seems silly to do that. I mean, these guys are doing nothing. Let's move this guy into here. So he's going to move up into there. All right. And that's it for them. So now just the 9th has 4 left. And yeah, it looks like Germans, nope, Americans won that. So the Americans win initiative and it's the 1st Infantry Division. So really to me, it's up here getting them ready for the next turn here. So he could go 1. Okay, I need to look at what it takes to move through a zone of control. Is it more movement points? How's that work? And I have to remember, that's one thing I probably was not doing well is that I'm not sure I was doing all the armor zone of control right.
Right.
Because their zone of control only crosses over into well, let me just say what it only extends into clear and pillbox and clear. Otherwise, its zone of control is limited, which is interesting.
Right.
And so I think, yeah, there's some things about movement I need to kind of look that up. So if Jeff, you want to talk about something for a minute, or McMurray, you want to talk? Well,
Danny,
So do you have Panthers and Pershings to kill each other?
I don't think there are Pershings represented in the order of battle here.
Should probably just put that one away then. All
Okay.
I want to see is those two smash each other to pieces with their super big guns that can shoot a really, really long way at like 150 yards from each other. So, yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
I used to remember, Danny, I used to remember the Nijmegen March every year when I was stationed overseas. Ashley, how you doing? Yeah. This is the copy of the game that Muka sent me. I sent it to Todd, John, so that he could, and he's fallen in love with it.
I want to marry it.
Yeah, this is Todd's new favorite SCS game.
Oh, you
Twice
missed
he
it.
got rid of all of his SCS.
No, it's not true. Not true. Not
I think
true.
my
What'd you
American
keep?
team lost, John. If I remember right.
So what did you say, Jeff? And I'll get to McMurray.
John was asking me, had I not played this and what was the result? And I'm pretty sure my American, I'm pretty sure they lost, or it was either they lost or I just didn't get like the super maximum victory because I didn't take those victory locations in that lower right corner of the map.
Yeah, this is a lot down here.
Yeah.
8 times 15. Yeah. No, I have Bastogne and Mighty Endeavor.
Honestly, it just kills me that you didn't let me trade out counters for any of your clipped SCS games that you sold.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's a good idea.
It's because you never think of anyone, Todd. That's why.
Amen, brother.
You never think of anyone but yourself. Can you believe that, Jeff?
I'm not getting in the middle of this one.
You had all those wonderfully punched games.
He just sent me a game, so I'm not getting in the middle of this one.
That's what Todd has to do to win an argument. Bribe the mitigators.
Bribe the judge.
Man alive. Can you believe this nonsense viewership? It's embarrassing.
I'm sorry, viewership, that you're having to see this disgusting behavior on my part. All right, I'm still looking this up. I got to stop talking. You guys talk amongst yourselves there.
Yeah, Stuart, I don't know. I don't get into. I know Chuck and a lot of these guys. They play a lot of the aircraft narrative type stuff and like the Zeppelin thing, and me Navy. Nah. Yeah,
is Zeppelin Raiders a hunters sort of thing? That's kind of what it sounds like. I just don't know.
Zeppelin Raiders?
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah,
like
I think it's that type of game.
Where it's like a solo and you have various encounters that you gotta go over. Or I read Charles talking about.
That's a joke with us daily.
What's that?
About Todd's new favorite SCS game. This is not SCS. This is from Vuka.
Yes.
Would they say they're changing the system name? They're going to give this a system name?
Formations.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's who knows?
Yeah.
But he did. Jeff, can you believe that?
He said yes to that. Well, okay, so Todd, you got all the blue victory point markers, which I know you put them down just to identify, but how much of that do the Allies have to take?
They have to take, I think 51 is to get a victory. Otherwise, it's a draw. And I have 25 right now.
Sweet.
So yeah, I
I
mean,
agree,
20.
man. I agree.
I mean, yeah, they take this one, they take these three down here. That'd be, so they got 25, 35, 40. They take this one that's under here, that'd be 45. I mean, gosh, they take this one, they got 50 right there. But the Germans have a nice chunk, 2 chunks of guys coming in up here. Some actually some of them start like right here.
Right.
And then another group I think comes on board this way.
So, what, Stuart? When you mean convinced anyone to play yet, you mean local gamers?
I don't remember who had initiative. It looks like the U.S. got it. So,
Okay, so you go ahead and play, and I'm going to poll everybody here. Joe, if you're still here, that you'll like this question. So, what does everybody think about, if some of y'all probably don't even touch the system, but the BCS system going to East Front?
Oh, you guys are killing me.
I mean, I'm pumped for it.
what are we killing you with? What are we killing you with there, McMurray?
I don't know.
Everything.
BCS. I
Done.
can't figure out the BCS system, folks. It's too complicated for me.
BCS on the East Front historical deep dive. What do you think about that? And welcome. Wait a minute, Joey. That's your dice. Is that Joey with the other name?
Yeah, Joey. Oh wait, what the heck? Change your name.
Who?
Joey.
Yeah, Chuck. I don't think you do. Yeah, BCS. I mean, I'm not, granted, I know you'd be able to figure it out, but that's not your type of system.
Amen, Charles. You and me both, brother.
Yeah, so all the systems: SCS, TCS, GTS, BCS, OCS. Todd is definitely I would say GTS is his thing, BCS is my thing, SCS is Andrew's, and actually all three of us, so we all like SCS stuff. So, but I think I've already, John Halley and I were trying to work on sending an OCS game over to him today, but my God, shipping is just unfreaking believable. So we had to forego that.
Did you say your favorite is S or TSS, Jeff?
No, mine's BCS in the MMP system. In the MMP, like World War II stuff.
Yeah, Todd's is being a POS.
And you just watch your mouth.
Yeah, Chuck, which is funny too because you don't have the GCA. Wait a minute, Chuck. Didn't I send you? You've got the old Avalon Hill GCACW games, and have you tried any of them? Because you'd like them too, I think. Yeah, John. The way you talk, I can't believe you don't have any BCS. And Stuart, while granted BCS isn't exactly plays like GCACW, it's operational, and you could say somewhat similar, not completely. Oh, Danny, you and John Haley both TSS, yeah. Terrible Swift Sword, yeah. And I know John Haley is a TCS guy, so. Ashley, those are all. So if you're talking about the acronyms we're using, those are all systems from Multiman Publishing. Chuck's is a game. The Operational Studies Group is a Napoleonics library. They got a bunch of games in that system.
But we were talking about GTS is Grand Tactical System. BCS is Battalion Combat System. You've got OCS, which is the Operational Combat System. We got SCS, which is the Standard Combat Series. Those all might be series. I don't know. And then TSS, is Terrible Swift Sword, which is completely different. It's a really, really early.
Game that I sent Greg, that Keegan and Greg were playing, that was a SCS game.
Correct. Okay, so here's a question for you, Jeff. Is TSS considered an early GBACW game, or is it just what GBACW was partially based off of?
No, it is. That's the original GBACW stuff.
Okay. But it's considered the first GBACW game, not just
we were
separate.
Stigler and I were talking about that. What was it? I don't know if it was. I always thought it was Stonewall was the first one in the system, but I think Stigler corrected me on that. And then of course, TSR, they picked it up, and that's when all the pink and green maps came out.
Yeah.
And Richard Berg jumped over to the company jumped over to the SDI company, which they made 3 or 4 there using the TCT. And then GBACW with the GMT system came out behind that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Napoleonic Brigade. And I've got all of those, John, and I haven't tried one of the NBS yet. I played quite a few of the CWBS. I tell you what, boy, you want a game of confusion, play CWBS. And I got to assume NBS is going to be the same way.
Speaking of playing GBACW this century, just how some games work better at various points. I was looking at a game from Compass called Breaking the Chain.
Okay.
Which is modern. At the time, it was future South China Sea stuff because it came out in 2014, maybe,
right,
earlier than that. But it's set in 2021 as a future potential conflict in the South China Sea. And it was one of those, I wonder what sort of updates that would get if you tried to remake it now.
And there's been so many of the early SPIs that people have remade.
Well, I not just remade as in like, made the counters different, spruce things up. I mean, as time and technology and the political situation in the area have developed,
right?
How it would update, I have no idea. But yeah.
I still want to try that Wilderness Campaign SPI game you sent me.
Do it? The white box?
Yeah.
Nice.
Somewhere along the line. I got so many things I got to do right now.
I believe in you.
I mean, they've not put a commitment on me, obviously, but to me, it is a commitment. And I really want to be good to them.
So 4.
They made a second edition of Breaking the Chain, but I don't know how much it was upgraded.
Oh, there you go. Like, you wouldn't even necessarily have to change a bunch of rules because I'm sure things aren't just absurdly, or I'm sure things are pretty absurdly abstracted given that most of the technology is classified. But it would be cool to see, even just with different ships that had entered service,
right,
with both sides, and aircraft that have come to the fore at both sides.
So, Stuart, I'm going to guess that you would be a squad leader type, TCS type, or when it comes to strategic, maybe an Axis Empires type game. OSG, obviously, for Napoleonics, I would think. And then Civil War, just all of them, like me. Well, no, okay, I'm going to take that back. So those of you that don't know, Evening Toll, let's see, buddy. I attempted to play a game that I had wanted to play for quite a long time, the GMT U.S. Civil War. And I played it for about 5 minutes. I said, nope, don't care for that type of strategic. But I do still have the 2 copies of War Between the States that Andrew was nice enough to send my way. And I will, sometime in the years to come, may have to wait till I retire. I don't know, but I will take a shot at that.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, baby.
VUCA is daily, the VUCA. So this is a good system. This is a very good system. They got like 4 or 5, I think, based on this system.
Right now they have 3.
3? Okay.
Oh, wait. No, do they have 2 desert games?
And they got Bug, Across the Bug.
Across the Bug, Across the Line Aachen. Theseus, I believe, is one of them.
Aachen. So 3 at least.
Yeah, at least.
And don't they have one that's coming, I think?
They are working on 2, a kind of a quad desert series.
Oh, okay.
A quad desert game that's going to be the first one it's on pre-order right now.
Okay. Well, I mean, Daly, this game, once you've got the rules down, it's smooth. The tedious part of it, but I think it probably turns a few people off, I think. I know a few that it did turn off, is you have activation and then you have action points. So a formation in this game might, depending on how many activations they have, they could activate. What's the max, Todd? 7 for like first ID or something like that?
Yeah, 7.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So they might get 7 activations in one game turn. And that's why these games are not going to be so monster sized, I don't think. But then you got to spend the activation points, and if you burn your activations down to 0, they can only restore so many activations each turn.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, crap. I didn't know that.
But yeah, remember first ID, if you take them down below, because they get 5 activations every turn. If you take them down below 2.
Nope. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I honestly don't know that yet. I haven't had to recover yet.
Oh, well, you and I talked about it. Remember, you looked at the chart. You figured it out.
Okay. Well, I took everyone down to 0, so. Whoopsie doodles.
Which victory game, Stuart? Oh, because I used to have all the all the land victory games. I still got a bunch of them now. The one I want's the Vietnam one, but Todd won't buy it for me. No, now that we know who it is, your dice question mark gives you away, Joey, so you can't hide. Now we know both of
them. Well, that's interesting. So to me, again, this is just like GCACW. I'm figuring out, I'm going to figure out that was maybe a dumb move to move everyone to 0, but now I'll know. So maybe that's why I was able to get so far, because I took all these guys to 0. And I just got 5 more victory points. So
wait a minute, I know what Stuart, you mean this one? You can tell I've had that game a long time.
Wait. No.
The Victory Games version of the U.S. Civil War. Of the Civil War.
That.
And yes, I do like it very much, Stuart.
Okay, so he's done. All right. Well, let me look at that recovery thing before I take this German unit too low.
Yeah, because if you look on the recovery chart, depending on what their rating is, they can only recover so many activations.
Oh, for crying out loud!
We talked about this one night. I'll tell you a game, Joey or Stuart, that I like better than that one is the Lee versus Grant, which is from, if I remember right, GCACW is kind of based like that. Oh, Danny, yeah.
6/6.
I'm a war game designer, game guy. I've got all the operational, the squad battles, the tank battles, all the American Civil War campaign games from them.
Current interdiction level.
Compass also has South China Seas and South China Seas Indian Ocean, says Chucky.
Yeah, I think South China Seas was a re-implement of, or was an slightly updated version of whatchamacallit that I was just talking about. But anyways, yeah. Looks cool. I don't know. I didn't mess with it, but.
Alan, do you have any of the Great Campaigns stuff? Or do you stay away from that?
Wow.
No.
All right. So they can do one more. 4 on 1 is going to be 1 probably. I don't quite understand the chart, but yeah, I'm going to just take this German guy. Probably just do him 1 more, and then he'll get 3 more. We'll go through that together here. Okay. All right. So how many does he get here? You get several to 4 on 1 is probably 1. That is correct. So one guy gets to do something. So he's there. Going to move him right from there. Okay.
I'm responding to something Herman sent me. He's making it. I can't say nothing.
He's what?
He's got Herman said on, and Todd will love this. Herman on his bucket list is to do a card dice golf game.
Oh,
What?
jeez. Gross. Mr. Lutman's such a talented individual, and here he is wasting time on things like that.
All right, Stewart. Thanks for coming by, brother.
Yeah,
Nice,
thanks,
Stuart.
man. Sounds like
I've never heard you mention that you had any of those, Alan, unless I'm just deaf or something. Joey, what do you got on the table now? I really want to know. All right, John. Like, buddy. Appreciate you guys sitting up so late across the pond. Really do.
all right. So that ends that. So that the turn ends. Now we get to go. My first turn is done. Congratulations, me. Because that's all I think about, according to Andrew.
I want to go grab my pills while you're
In the whole world, but yeah.
Huh. Yeah, thanks all for coming on there. I'm not getting off there, but thanks to the guys that were on and have left and gone to bed because they were angry at my selfishness behavior. All right, let's go through now. So let me change the camera here real quick so I can just kind of explain what's going on here. It might be better to see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to zoom in this or get all blurry. You guys can let me know. Let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go. Let's see if we can zoom in. Whoa.
HHF.
Is it just too blurry or is it?
Nope, looks good to me.
Okay.
I'm half blind, so. Oh, Hills, no. Hurricane Force.
How's that? Is that good, Jeff? How's that look?
Oh, now I can see it perfect.
Yeah.
That is crazy sharp, to be honest with you.
Okay. So what we've done here is we've done the first game turn. The Germans are going to get some reinforcements coming in. You have an interdiction level so that Americans can have an interdiction level of 0, 1, or 2. I'll have to see. Maybe, hopefully that doesn't change, but it might. The initiative die roll modifier. So every time, so for example, the Americans rolled and they get initiative, this moves up. So now the Germans on the next one get a +2 to their initiative die roll modifier, and the Americans always get a +1 because of the interdiction. If the Americans won again, it would slide over to the +4. It got up to as high as a +6, which is pretty crazy. But then, you're rolling 2d10s against each other. So at some point, it's going to be pretty hard to do. So, so that's a fun way to prevent, the Americans getting, you still can get a lot of turns in a row, but the most I ever got, I think, was 3. And maybe you don't always want to do that. You might want to wait for the other guys to spin something.
Well,
But-
you can pass too, right?
You can pass, but unless the Germans, I don't know why if the American passed, I don't know why the German wouldn't just say, okay, cool, pass, second turn. It moves it to the second turn. So,
Danny, we did, but I think some guy named Rich won the drawing, didn't he?
Kev's drawing?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said he's got another one coming.
Yeah, I think so. I think he does. So anyway, these start, I don't remember where these all start, but I think they start at their max. So 9th Infantry Division can activate 4 times a turn. These guys 7 times a turn. The Germans had a variety of numbers, 4, 5, 4, 2 or something. And Jeff was reminding me very, very, oh man, and there's a snafu chit you can give up to re-roll dice. I probably should have used that a couple times when the Americans had a really good roll, but I totally kept forgetting that it was a thing. And it forces a re-roll, and you can give it back and forth. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Like again, a design feature, Oh, and it's even called. Oh my gosh, I'm not even going to say it's Schlachtenglück or snafu for the Americans. So anyway, it's just cool because it's green for Americans, German. So the Germans have it, the Americans have it. The Germans start with it. Again, this little, I mean, I know that's like, well, that's obvious, but I don't know. It's not obvious. Not every game company does that. Anyway, what's cool is, so what you do is to kind of remember where you are is, so if the first infantry division was here and I was like, I'm going to activate them, you kind of flip them over. So you realize it's their activation. Then you roll a die. So here's where people are like, oh, I don't want to roll this die this much. You roll for initiative. So both people roll for initiative and do your modifiers. Americans won that one. So now I'm going to be like, okay, I want to activate these guys. Then you have to roll against another chart and you roll a D10, bloop, and they get whatever. And you compare to this chart and say, okay, what did I say they were? They were at 3. I rolled, let's see, I put a 4. So I rolled a 4 and a 3. They get 3 action points. So you're doing that every time you activate. So for the first infantry division, I'm rolling that 7 times. If that's how many activations you get. I guess because I play GCA CW, I like D10s. I play games. I like rolling dice. I don't mind. I guess people call it wristage or dice, whatever. I'm like, I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. But I can see why it would be a hassle. I mean, I don't know. I can see why people may not like it, but whatever. So anyway, you play it, and then I flip it over this way to show that now they have 2 activations left, and they're no longer activated until you get down to 0, or wherever you can stop. You can stop anywhere. Like I said, we said you can pass. All right, so now I'm going to have to kind of walk through this, and that's why I'm showing this board. So I stopped, because Jeff was so kind to remind me, I stopped the 9th Panzer Division with 2, and so let's look at the flow chart here. What happened to the flow chart here about what happens next? Blah, blah, blah. Is it on here? No.
Oh. Joey, I remember you, if I remember right, you were breaking down the units into what companies or whatever like that. So, that was a long time ago. Is that still part of what you're doing?
It's okay. I think what I'll do is, before I shoot a video, let's walk through this on how we. All right, so then that's the turn. That's the game. I'm sorry, not the game. That is the turn, and then you go into the assignment segment, victory plan segment, which is campaign only. Boy, campaign would be a lot on this. I don't think I'm quite prepared for that commitment, but it is kind of cool. In the campaign, you do have objectives. You can make Aachen your objective, and there's like victory points and things like that. I haven't read it.
Yeah, and you draw. Yeah, and the cool thing about that is you don't draw that victory condition chit until something turns into the game.
Yes. So you kind of there's going to be victory points, and you know that Aachen's one of them. You know that the Ruhr River, which is way past here, past the camera, or each of these 3 different hexes, one of which is probably, well, I don't know what they are. Anyway, so you know that you need to shoot for one of these 3. The German knows it, the American knows it. But then, like Jeff said, at some point one of the turns you flip it over, and you're going to have some dummy ones. Anyway, you draw and you start to draw, and then you might be, oh, it's Aachen. Okay, and then I need to start pressing towards that. So it's kind of cool.
That's unique. I don't know of any other game that did that.
So I'd say the other cool, unique VP thing I saw, and it would be interesting to see if they've done this in this one, is one of the victory games. I don't know if it was victory denied or victory lost, but these victory point things are flipped over, and they're random. Like you flip them all over, you just kind of scramble them around, and then you place them on the victory point hexes, and you go for them. And I don't know, this isn't in this game, but you come to Aachen because you know it's a victory point location, and you get it, and it turns out it's worth 5 points instead of 10 or 15.
Right.
And then you went for Roth Erd, and it's worth 15. Like, oh crap, that's good. Or I don't know. It's just kind of cool because then it's, and I think you don't look at that until the end of the game. So it's kind of fun that you're pushing for it. But I can't remember. Maybe the.
Well, no, there's something where all right. So the Americans will draw it and they'll know what their objective is. But the Axis, there's either an action or a chit or something they can use to actually pick up one of the counters.
Yes.
Randomly and see, because you're supposed to, I guess, you have your counters that you draw each turn for the Americans, but you keep it face down. And when you hit the one that has an objective, I think you still keep them all face down, but the German player has the ability somewhere in there to burn a point or do something where he can pick up an exam, and he's got to be random where he picks one of the chits and looks at it to see if he can figure out where you're going.
Yes, and there are dummy chits, so he may not see it. Yeah, but the American knows where. At some point, the American knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, it's that you're like, hey, we need you to push, and then your commanders tell you, yeah, this is where you need to go. But that's cool. So look at all the variability there. One, how many actions you get, and then how many action points you get each turn. You might get from 1 to 7. So that can make, like Jeff said, he didn't break through. Well, maybe he wasn't getting as many. Maybe I was rolling really high and getting a lot of action points. And like GCACW, that's a little different. Never mind. It costs 1 action point to do a hasty attack, 2 action points to do a prepared attack or regular attack, and 3 action points to do a prepared attack. And that affects your multiplier, which is another point of randomization when you pull one of these counters. And depending on how many strength points you have, this is going to be your multiplier for your point, and the defender draws 1 too. And that's disrupted, regular, and improved. But they're not always just 1, 2, 3. It's 2, 3, 3. It's 1, 1, 2. Sometimes it's 2, 1, 3. Which is a bummer. All right, let's find this recovery check here. So let's go operations phase. Actions. I thought recovery and all that was a part of the.
Joey, you popping video for that stuff? Because we're going to want to see it.
Okay, so here we go, everybody. We're just going to walk through this together. So the admin phase, place the initiative DRM modifier to 0. I'm going to do that. So that means that because as the operations phase is happening, everyone's going, it's always going to be on the 2 marker at a minimum, because either the Americans are going to win it or the Germans are going to win it. So you got to always just got to flip it over, where it is. So now it goes back to 0. I'll just flip it on the Americans because they win ties. America, we like the ties. Okay, recovery segment. The formation activation level recovers by the following rules, which are different for each side. Recovering means that the formation activation marker, these rules are available on VUCA, by the way. Recovering means that the formation activation marker gets advanced a number of spaces on the corresponding track. An HQ determined to be out of supply during the recovery phase is not able to recover. A given formation activation marker may never be adjusted above its maximum activation level, which is noted on the formation activation counter, as well as the formation activation track on the map. Okay, so real quick, another cool thing they've done, they do this with every game now, and this is one of the things in the 2nd edition, but all their games have it now. So normally you have your game turn. It's all along the side on the map, and the German forces are over here. You can't see, or actually the German are over here, American over here. And this is where you mark all you can kind of see it up here at the top on the left-hand side. This is where you mark it. So if, I was playing an opponent, we'd be tracking our stuff. Well, this is what they call their solo aid, and now they have it. So now everything can be in one place. You don't have to look at it upside down. Again, doggone it, these guys and their user interface is amazing. So good UI there. Okay. All right, so we'll start with the top. We'll just go on the Americans first. So the 3rd, he's in supply. Their supply's here. He's got supply, so he's good. And supply is really easy in this game. It's just contiguous hexes. You don't have to look at roads, as far as I know. You just can't go through zones of control and all that. So it's going to be pretty easy in this game to stay in supply for the headquarters, except for like the Americans kind of starting to rush over here. That we'll see about that. We're fine right now. So a given formation, okay, may never, blah, blah, blah. An HQ, which is currently flipped over because of its expended emergency supply, now recovers. Okay, we're not worried about that yet. One of the Germans is this way. All right, U.S. formation activation level recovery. All U.S. formation activation levels recover as many spaces upwards on the track as indicated by their formation activation recovery rating listed on the HQ recovery table on General Chart B. So on the General Chart B, which is a 2x4 board, so HQ recovery. the effectiveness factor class or rating.
Efficiency or whatever, effectiveness, whatever it's called.
EF. So the third armor is 5. So it's 5.
Right.
Always dash. What does that mean? The interdiction level does change. Boo. Oh, okay. So you do have to recover the Americans first. So I do not know what that means. Why it's a dash.
Brian.
Please tell me that gets them all.
I can't remember, buddy. Sorry.
No, we're
Or
gonna.
maybe it's a dice roll.
So, by the way, someone created a great summary. This got such great plays, but this is a nice summary chart that kind of like summarizes a lot of this stuff. It's on BGG. Sequence of play and summary, really nice. So, like here, I'm just going to go to this section here. It kind of, to me, it's more. This is a nice clarification of things, and we are going to look at the. Okay, that's not helping me. All right. Well, this is interesting. This is the first time that I've.
Well, does it have any context in there, subcontext somewhere on the card?
It only says. Oh yeah, let's look here. Maybe it's no. It doesn't say there. Doesn't say there. Let's just take a look here. Everyone, calm down. Calm down, everyone. Let's see. It might be a scenario thing too. So let's look at the scenario. Okay.
It is a series now, Brian. They're going to be calling it Formations.
Yep, and that is on pre-order on their site. And the first game of this official series, so it's going to have a series rules, and then just in the box will be the special rules for that particular game. There have a quad of four desert battles. I don't know which ones. Look it up. I don't know the Desert War that well.
You probably name most of them.
Probably, yeah. A given formation activation may never be adjusted above its maximum. All U.S. formation activation levels recover as many spaces upwards on the track as indicated by their formation activation recovery rating listed on the HQ recovery table on General Chart B. Well, the Third Army is a 5. So let me just walk through it. Somebody can help me out here. So if the EF was 7, they would get.
Right, so what's the current interdiction level?
That doesn't matter yet. That's only for the Germans. We're just
Oh,
the U.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Well, then we're having trouble walking you through it, buddy. We don't know what the hell you're doing.
Well, that
Yeah. So the
has to be
effective
max.
That's I know, but
Pull
it
your
says,
card down just a little bit so I can see the top. Okay, that's. I just want to see what that top one was. That's all.
oh yeah. So yeah. So what happens is the U.S. does this, then I'll roll on that, and that'll affect the German one. So yeah, that's interesting. Because EF7 is a 5, they get +5 always, right?
Yeah.
EF4 gets a +2.
Joey, I'm not sure. Is this thing regimental or battalion level? How many unit ID numbers are across the top?
2. So you got like the 3rd division. Oh, you can't see that one. Here, let's 3rd division, 2nd of the 33rd. So 2nd battalion of the 33rd.
2nd battalion, 33rd regiment. Yeah. Okay.
Or yeah.
Night, Alan.
All right, let's see here. Interesting. It's funny that I'm having a challenge with this here. This happens to Wardrobe sometimes with rule reading. As indicated by their format. That's interesting.
For a channel where you never read rules, everybody should go check out Mini Warmutt. That man never reads rules.
That's right. Yeah, he's always got it memorized.
Well, that he just makes shit up. Either way, looks good.
Recovery. The formation advances the number of spaces. Okay. This is funny that it's so vague here.
Yeah, it's
But
been
you should still go look at Mini Warmbite because he's a wonderful boy.
He's a great channel. All right, got to look it up. Sorry, everybody. So, what else do you want to chat about?
This one time at Secret Wrestling Camp,
Hold on. Let me mute that. Oh, I'm just kidding. Okay, so crossing the line. So, this is part of playing games. I would think with the dash line that you would just get back what you start with, but why did the higher effectiveness? Well, maybe let me make sure I got EF right. Is that is effectiveness factor or something, isn't it? Headquarters, effectiveness. Yeah. Oh, wait, that's the reaction rating. Oh, hold on. Usually when attempting to perform. Oh, wait, whoa. EF. I gotta look up what EF is. Thought I knew what that was. Effectiveness check. 16,566. This is some good viewing here, boys and girls.
hell yeah, buddy.
Look up recovery.
What's that?
Look up recovery.
Yeah, I think I was reading the only section about it.
All right, I
People
found
watch
the rules.
people clip counters, man. This is good watching.
I found the rules.
Oh, thanks, man.
Jeff's got a virtual copy so he can control F those bad boys. Right, Jeff?
Oh, let's see. Admin phase, recovery segment.
No, we're not. That's okay. Maybe I'm muted.
39. It's just been a long time. It's been such a long time. Activation. All U.S. force formation activation levels recover as many spaces upwards on the track as indicated by their formation activation recovery rating listed on the headquarters table on chart B. Is that chart B?
Let's look at chart B. General chart B. Let's make sure it's not on the other side. Nope.
What does the dash mean? I can't believe there's not like a subtext on there somewhere that says what that dash means. Oh, 5, 4, 3. I'll bet you it's 4 and then 3. So,
wait, what?
see how the top one's 5 and bottom one's 2?
Yeah.
I'll bet you it's 4 and 3.
Why wouldn't they put 4 and 3 in there?
I don't know. I'm looking. Maybe the rules are specialized.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I found something in the Richard Clark.
Richard Clark?
I think it's a different one.
Danny, you're right, Danny. It is.
I got all excited for Clarky.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Thanks, Danny. All right. So this guy Richard had the same exact question here. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, these guys start with 7. They're going to get 5 back.
Yeah, that's first ID, right?
Yeah, and I think EF is this number here. I need to look up what that EF number is on that B chart. It's not their. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was 5 or 6. That unit there can't get 5 or 6.
So then. Now, I can't get back up to 7.
Oh, wait a minute. Which unit is it? Is it which unit's got the effectiveness of 5 or 6?
No Americans right now have 5 or 6. They only have 7 and 4. So the 4 is only going to get 2. That's why there's a dash here. Because in this game, no one has a 6 or 5.
That's why. Okay.
The Germans do.
Right.
So the 9th is only going to get 2.
Right.
So I want to keep the 7th and 1st at 2.
You don't want to go below 2. Right.
Well, here's the thing, though. I wanted to get aggressive in my attack, so it's fine. Like, you want to use them if you want to use them.
Right.
Just know that you're going to only have 5 the next turn. So now, okay, so that's how that works. So just to make sure everyone's on the same page here, because I'm sure they care. This EF, I'm not quite sure what that means, but EF, I have
It's
to look
their
it up.
effectiveness or their efficiency rating.
Yeah. Okay. But then that's what that number is. I don't know. Anyway, so that number's here. So it's 7, 7. Always they're going to get +5 each turn. So they're never going to get more than 5. The Germans now have some care. So first of all, I've got to roll on the interdiction chart, and I want to roll. I'm on turn 2, so I'm going to get 0 or 1. I don't want a 0. I always want a 1, because then it gives the Germans it gives the Germans less recovery, and also gives me a bonus roll in the thing. Now, starting turn 5, I can get a 2, which is pretty awesome. But let's roll the die. I need nice and high there, boys. 1's not going to do it. 1 is a 0. The interdiction level 0, so that means the Germans are going to recover well. So the 9th Panzer Division starts with 7. Whew, whew, whew. And they're going to get +4. So that's going to give them 6, which I think they didn't start the game but with 5. So that's going to be good for them.
Well, hold on. Bring your chart back up. Now flip it over to the other side.
The other side?
Yeah, let me see the other side.
That's the combat chart.
Oh, no, okay, not that chart then. Move that chart away. What's the other one?
Another one's combat sequence and terrain effects.
Other side. Right.
Sequence.
There. Current formation activation level. So you were at, and that's where you roll to get your points, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's all. I just want to see that.
Yeah. That's called formation activation level. I don't know what EF stands for.
It's efficiency or effectiveness.
Right. Yep. But that's what these numbers on the combat chart counters are over here. That, like, the third of the 32nd has a 3. That means that's their efficiency check or effectiveness check. You're going to roll that to try to go through zones of control. You're going to roll that to recover from disruption. You're going to, yeah. And for the yeah, okay. All right, where are we? We're at the 526 who gets 5. So they're gonna, I'm not gonna show the chart there. They're gonna get +3. The 353rd will be, they're only 4. They're gonna get +2, so they're gonna be pretty low. And then these guys now, see, like here, there's a number. You probably can't read it, but it says only up to 4 before reinforcements. So they're only going to get up to 4 because there's no reinforcements, and they don't get any reinforcements anyway. But I don't know if that's sort of everybody or just them. But anyway, right now they're going to get 4, so they're just going to get +2. So everyone's a little tough because Wardrobe pushed everybody as hard as they could go. Really, the German didn't need to do that, and they could have recovered some pretty good numbers here. All right, so that's that one. So that was good. So again, you'll see right now. That'll be pretty easy to remember that moving forward. Now we do a German formations activation level recover. Okay, we did that. Now it's auto refit of combat units. So let's see how you do that.
I love their freaking little display things they do in their rule book.
No, I mean, this game, I don't know how to express it, but because a lot of games have a lot of the numbers you see here, but there's just something about the cleanliness of the design that I want to play this game. I enjoy it, and it brings a lot of joy just to put it on the table and play it because it's just, I don't know, it feels good playing it. So each disrupted unit determined to be in command range of its parent or currently assigned HQ automatically refits from disruption regardless of the HQ supply status. Determined to be in command range of its parent thing. So I think, so this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he is not within command range. So he's out of command. I don't think this guy had anybody to, I think he's not disrupted anyway. So are we just talking about flipping disruptions? All right. Well, I'll start with the Americans. Well, I tried a couple times to recover these guys, but they had to roll 3 or less. So that's a 30% chance, and I failed. So that's something you don't want to spend a point on necessarily unless you really need him. So he's fine. thought I had this guy. So now the first disrupted. So everyone's now undisrupted on the American side. Let's make sure that's the case. I'm going to move this down so you can see me doing that stuff here. All right. Okay. So disrupted is like, I don't know if you can see it, but this has a D here in the movement, meaning you can't move. Again, nice design. Okay, so disrupted. Let's make sure no one else is disrupted. Don't have any disrupteds in here. Okay, Germans. So I think the only disrupted guy I knocked off, I unalived him. Is that what we're saying nowadays? I don't think anyone else is disrupted over here. Oh, I did have a disrupted. Oh, this guy's disrupted. So, but he's in command range because I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's good. So this infantry, I like it how they use the German symbols like GTS. That's cool. Did this guy flip over? Okay, I thought he was out. No, he's not out of supply. He just lost. Oh, okay, that might be something too. All right. Attrition of isolated units. Each unit that is still disrupted and determined as isolated conducts an attrition attempt. Yeah, no, he could go up that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I got to make sure I understand isolated. It's a little close how you define that. Supply. It's kind of cool again. So out of command is beyond command. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I'm getting some disturbance there. I'm just going to mute for a second.
Nope, you're good. Sorry.
Oh, okay, good. Out of command, beyond command range, but with a command path. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So it's really hard to be isolated. So this guy here, I wouldn't go here. I can't because of zone of control. So you can go here because there's a unit there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I need 8. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, wow. Oh, because I'm so zoomed in here. Let's zoom out a bit. What was I doing here? Sorry. Oh my gosh, you still can't see. That's hilarious. Here we go. All right. So this guy, it's in the headquarters. It's this number here. You probably can't see it, but it's got a hex around it, and it has an 8. So his command range is 8. And all you have to do is just find some contiguous hexes that aren't interrupted by a zone of control or some, I think that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he can draw a command path. He's just out of range. So he's out of supply. So he's out of command. I'm sorry. But if he place hold, if there's no command path, even if in command range. So like if well, he's not even in command range, but if he were completely surrounded or zones of control, like say this guy wasn't here and there was a unit. Yeah, if this guy wasn't here, he would now be isolated. But this guy's saving him from being isolated. So as soon as this guy's defeated, he becomes isolated. Okay, cool. All right. So anyway, so that's that. Attrition of isolated. Okay, so no one's isolated. Okay, that's what we were trying to do there. All right. Assignment saying independent units may be assigned and reassigned. All eligible independent reinforcements may be assigned. So let's see how you assigned. I didn't have to do that the first. Well, yeah, I couldn't do that the first time. It's pretty easy. So let's go look at 5-5-1 formations and 5-5-2. Join with me in your books, please, if you will.
Turn to Psalm.
So of the 7th Corps, which is 1st Infantry Division,
7th Corps. What?
Division.
Yeah, 5th and 7th Corps.
7th and 19th Corps. In anyway, this one right now, I don't have to worry about that. It's just the 7th Corps. Up to 3 infantry battalions or 3 counters belonging to the same infantry regiment and part of the 1st Infantry Division may be reassigned to the 3rd Armored Division. Up to 2 tank task groups, oh, they're calling them task groups, okay, 2 counters that are part of the 3rd Armored Division may be reassigned to the 3rd Armored. So let's see, are there, so like, question is, do I want to move some of these tanks over here to the 1st? That might be interesting. I don't think they have to be a part of the same, they do not. So do I want to do that with these boys here? Or maybe even just 1 tank might be nice. What's going on down here? This is pretty weak down here, though. Gosh, I mean, that's actually a tough question. Maybe, and so the 18th. So the 1st, 2nd. Let's see. I've got these guys all spread out. 1, 2, 3. So 2 of the. Did I say 2 or 3? Oh, 3. Oh, so I could assign the entire 18th regiment over there, but I could just like assign this guy. He's kind of a loner, and I'd give these guys more strength over here.
Hey, Nova Highlanders Gaming has a question for you.
For me?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's on the screen.
Any crossover? Oh, hey, Brian. Any crossover similarities between this and fighting formations? No, not really. Not really. No.
I was say fighting formations is smaller, isn't? Or no, never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, it is. It is in that they're platoons. So yeah, it's very much a tactical game.
Okay.
So, yeah, so you're right there. But what I would say, here's 2 similarities. One, the action points, and you kind of I like Danny. I like your counter there. That's cool. Your avatar. I mean, those action points we're talking about. You kind of get that with fighting formations with that placement of the cubes, kind of. I would say the similarities are the friction in that, you roll for those cubes and those change every time, and what you're able to do is dictated by that. And what's dictated, what you can do here is by how much you roll for action points. I mean, it could be really bad. Like you could roll 1 each time and get that, and that'd be bad. The other similarity is how long the game takes to play. Fighting formations, the complaint about that was because you can do so much with those units, like because of the initiative track, like you can keep op firing. Now I may give the opponent a ton of initiative then, and they're going to be able to do a ton of stuff, but it just takes a lot. Like every time I move, I can op fire, and you can keep doing that. I'm sure I'm forgetting something there, but the games take a little longer than you expect them to. Now, once you've done it, you understand that, and that's why they designed smaller scenarios for the Kharkov expansion on the first one. And I think this 29th Infantry Divisions, almost can guarantee they'll have small ones. I've played a few of them. I did a little play testing, and there were some smaller ones. So I think they understand that. That's the only similarity there. That and the amount of friction in there. Okay. So to assign these, let's see, where does it tell you? To be assigned, you must be in command range of the formation it wishes to be assigned to and the headquarters that's assigning it. So they're both 15, which is incredible. I really need to move these guys up. So I think I might do that. I'm going to move the 1st to the 18th over here to this group over here to add a little bit of punch to those guys. And they're going to try to take out, kind of bust through this line and do that. Do I want to move one of the other guys over from the 18th? Kind of don't, because they're kind of in the forward line here, and I don't think I want to give that up. Oh, it's tempting. Man. Give it to the 703rd. That would really help them over here, actually, because I'd give them 12. Ooh, do I want to do it? Let's do it. Now, they have these cool counters here that talk about how they're assigned over. Probably should just, I don't know, I feel like, where should I put that? I don't really want to put it with the counters because it's yet another thing to keep track of, but I guess I could. So the 1st is assigned to them. And that's assigned to him. So I need to find another 1st to the 3rd. So he's assigned. Yeah, I can just put it below. Yeah, I'm not going to see it then. All right. And that's that. I'm not going to assign any armor over. Although I could put an armor unit. Ooh, that might be good. I could assign an armor unit over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? I don't think I probably get to move those guys over there like that. Whoops. I don't think I get to move them over. I probably have to. That's why you need to do that crap. Okay, hold on. So he was over here. And that's why you put the counter on it. Durr. Okay, that's something to think about then. Do I want to spend the time to get these guys moving over here? I will him, but not him. What I'm saying here is this. So he's assigned over here. Now when the 3rd Armor Division rolls, I'm going to have to spend some of my action points to move him down. He only moves 2, but he'll move 4 because you get +2 if you move out of range of zones of control. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he can get here and turn. And in fact, I could move them up too, and they could connect up and say, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" All right, cool. So that's that. Now I'm gonna have to remember that. That's cool. Again, good thought, good design. Now the Germans get to do independence. Here you have to write them down. I kind of wish they'd just give you write them down and keep them secret. I'm like, no thanks. I kind of wish they just have counters. I'll probably just keep these guys here with these guys. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. They're with them in this independence. Oh, it looks like all the independents, as they say in the Firefly, are over there. So I'll keep them assigned with those guys. I'm not gonna mess with it. Okay. Okay, there we go. There's that. That's activation. All right, what's the next step on here? Reinforcements, replacements. Oh boy. Victory. The Americans are sitting at 30 right now.
Good deal, Chris.
Yep, 30. So Americans are at 30. So that's pretty good. Replacement segment. RPs can only be used for undisrupted units within command range of a supplied. 1 RP recovers 1 SP. Eliminated units may not be rebuilt. RPs must be expended immediately. Unused points are lost. U.S. replacements. Infantry are worth 2 RP. Armored infantry. U.S. armored engineers cannot receive replacements. Okay. All right. All right. So how many do I get? Let's look that up on the chart. Replacement points per turn. Infantry get 2. So, and what did I say my value was there? 1 RP equals 1 SP. So they get 2. So I'll go down here and find some infantry. And pretty much the only infantry I think. Oh no, these guys took a hit, and I think it would be good to recover these guys up to 14. Oh wait, does armored infantry count separately? Let's see here. Oh, it does. Oh, you get 2 of those as well. Okay. Golly, fellas. I thought I had lost some steps on some infantry. I don't know what happened. What happened here? Huh. All right. I guess not. Weird. Okay. All right. Armored engineers. They get 2. So armored engineers get 2. We'll take that up there. So they're back up to 15. It's the tanks that took the hits this turn. Yeah, this guy could really use some. He could use some help here. Oh, wait. And that's an engineer. And I think I said engineers don't get it. Didn't I say that? U.S. armored engineers cannot receive replacements. That's bull garbage. And I get 2 tank. Oh, I get 3. Again, it takes 2. Okay, so 3. That's cool. But I want to just put this guy up to full up. Yeah. And who else? This guy is down to. Oh, he should be down to. Well, he should be down to 4. So we'll put him back up to 5. Do I want to put all my... you know what? I'm going to save this guy for... He should be 4. And we're going to give it back to this guy. So he's back up to 5. So that's 3. Okay, so he's recovered up. I did not reinforce that guy. Germans. What do they get? The Germans? Okay, so they do not seem to have just a common... Okay, you may remove infantry type units from play, not disrupted and within command range of a supplied HQ. 1 cannibalized SP equals 1 replacement point. Whoa, what? The SPs must be used in units of the same type and formation. Whoa. Bicycle infantry, machine gun, or non-motorized engineers go and reinforce non-motorized infantry. Motorized engineers reinforce motorized infantry. Oh, whoa. This is wild. Okay, so what infantry is down? So those guys are and they're in command. So I can, that's wild. So I basically am taking points from units down here on the 526th and replacing them with someone else. Whoa. Is that right? That's crazy. I don't know if I really want to do that anywhere. So let's see here. 526th. I could take him back from here. And what's it take to do that? What's the point? And then
I'm looking forward to that, Chris Long. I really am, brother.
all right, so he's going to go down to 3. No, 2. And let's get this guy back up to 2. And Aachen. That's pretty. This is pretty cool. Man, what a great game. Jeez. So what can this guy? Wait, what's this unit? So what's he down to? He's just down 1. This guy, he's not down anything. All right. All right. Reinforcements and withdrawal segment. You may delay reinforcements to enter the next turn. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing that. The German player places reinforcements first. Placement from one side is considered simultaneous. If placement hex is not available, the nearest is okay. And then you have to assign independence. Oh no, I'm sorry. The Americans do get some. Okay, they have to be put on or adjacent to any hex of Stahlberg. 3217. Oh man, Stahlberg's loading up. All right, so we're going to put the 12th Infantry Division, which I was reading about. I assume they get 6. Wow, that's a lot. Holy mackerel. I kind of wish they'd tell you here what they get. Oh, they do tell you. Doggone it, these guys are good. Oh, it does tell you on there. Pete's sake, these guys. It's making me angry they're so good. So what I do have to remember is that you can only put 1 infantry in a column, though. And you got to be careful. The Germans, they got these little marks here that are a little different than the other stuff. So basically what I'm doing here is, you're not going to see this. Let's scroll down. Basically, they're coming into this town. They're kind of rolling into this town here. So I want to put the headquarters up as far as possible. So basically 3217, 3218, 3219, 3316, 3317, 3318, 34. Okay. Yeah, it's cool. So basically, you're able to just put everybody in that town. The 12th Infantry Division, which got me excited when I was reading that book because I saw 12th something division. I was like, oh, 12th division. Oh, wait, no. Thinking 12th Armored Division which my grandpa was in. No, he did not fight for the Germans. He's red blood American. All right, anyway, so he gets that. And now what does this guy do? So I got to see what this reinforcement here with that little marking there. I'm sure it's probably clear as a bell. What I really need to do before I get this next turn started, and obviously not on this, is just kind of read through the rules to check those things that I'm missing, like doubling up on the 12th and the 12th assault gun independent. So I think I have to assign this independent gun. I'm going to put him up forward, and I'm going to put him. So this I would write down. So they've got that. Do I want to put a guy with 526? I feel like not wasting that.
This is Aachen crossing the line by VUCA simulations, Chris.
Oh, thank you, sir. Welcome, Chris. Good to see you. I think I will put it with the 526. Or then I could put it up here with these guys. And they got a 6 rating. Oh, that's really good, actually. The Germans have to get these guys out of Aachen.
With what? You don't have any ass-kicking units in there to do that with.
Just watch your mouth.
Sorry.
I was wondering the same thing. It's okay.
All right, so the Americans get the 1st Infantry Division. They get some units here. Interesting. They put these. What are these asterisks? Oh, they get some engineers. Oh, do the engineers do anything in this game? I do not know that. Some games they do something, and some games they don't.
Maybe you're playing with the one SCS game where they do something.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Reinforcements. I got to figure out where they go.
You know, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to play the campaign game of this.
Oh, I agree.
Because
I just don't know if I'm going to do it right now.
Well, no, I understand it because I think the one missing element is going to be these units that are on that northern boundary. That makes this game a completely different animal.
The boundaries?
The freaking dragon's teeth to the upper part of your map.
Yeah.
There's a whole line of troops that go in there, and the rules around them and what happens with them completely change the face of this game.
Oh, so the Germans place all theirs first. Okay, so hold on. That's kind of okay. So see, here's how I'm not going to show it because it's underneath the camera, but that's what that. So this is the first non-UI thing I've seen. I would have put the Americans after the Germans. So it's got this line. It says 2, which is cool. So turn 2. They get these units here. When does Rocket Chickamauga come out, or is it out? It's getting shipped soon, isn't it? Rocket Chickamauga?
No. But it hasn't even popped on its Kickstarter yet, but it will, unless it just did the other day.
Hold on, I'm muting you, Andrew, here real quick. Sorry, bud. Anyway, so yeah, they show the American. I would show the Germans first. Again, I can't show you because it's under my thing. Now this shows second. Do they get those as well? Holy mackerel, they're getting a load here. So let's see here. Let's make sure I'm looking at this right. Yeah, this is definitely. It's probably like GCACW, Jeff, and that the campaign game is where it really shines. I mean, the GCACW is incredibly fun, but you really shine when you do a campaign game because then you got.
Well, and I'm gonna tell you, when you do go to play this campaign, eventually, when you set it up, before you play it, go watch my video and see the freaking dumb thing I did with the Northern forces. I'm calling them North because that's the top side of your map, the way I think you have it oriented. And hopefully you won't make the same stupid boo-boo.
Oh, hold on here. Oh, I think. Oh, those come in on the. Oh, hold on. I might have the wrong reinforcements on here for the next. 353rd. Oh, yeah, I got the wrong ones up. Wait, where? What the heck? Oh, they're withdrawn. Oh, wow. So I shouldn't have put those guys. That's for the whole campaign game. Shoot. Okay. All right, so now I can put these Americans out. So do the engineers do anything? But because gosh, I might want to put them. Gosh, I'll put them up here. I might want to put them up here to get rid of these guys up here. All right. Oh, I can't. Well, that's weird. Well, then they can't be in there because they can't be combined. So I have to put them back here. A fair piece. Put them there. Let's look at engineers real quick. You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll make a note here to do that post, and I can move them before I play. So make a note on my little whiteboard here. Engineer. What do they do? I'm not gonna take anybody's time reading that. I think we've done enough of that. I think we're about ready to wrap this live stream up here, but let's just go through all this stuff here. Then I'll shoot my bid and post it. We're not withdrawing anybody. Eligible reinforcement center on any specific hexes. According to the reinforcement chart, should no friendly entry hex be available? Oh, wait, enter on specific entry hexes. Oh, shoot. Okay, so hold on. So these... with 1st Infantry Division. So the question is, where do the engineers come in on?
Really, Nord. His allies won.
German player.
Where is 12th ID going to go once it gets unleashed, Todd? Are they even in this scenario?
Yeah, that's the ones I just placed down here. These light blue ones here. I don't know. Let's take a look at that one here in just a second. It's a good question, but let me finish the reinforcement of these Americans here. If available, reinforcements will be set up in the given hex where hexes possibly adjacent to enemy units. If no given hex is available, and only then reinforcements in a hex must be set up as close as possible to the given hex if the hex is in command range and enemy units are adjacent.
But for Gettysburg, Chris, or for AMFS, Chris Long?
Eligible reinforcements enter on specific entry hexes. Should no friendly hex permit reinforcements enter in a hex nearest to the entry hexes, whilst being in command range and not adjacent to an enemy unit, must be assigned a qualifying formation. The formation activation marker. Well, okay, so these engineers, unfortunately, are going to come in over here. And I'm assuming they start off board. It says entry hex. Oh, God, that sucks. So, but I can't be together, can they? Because you can't stack. Can you stack? Oh, come on. Can you? Certainly you can stack reinforcements. Question. That's another question I have. Some of this is probably really easily answered, but I'm trying to skim through the rules quick here. Reinforcements. Oh, I need to unmute man. Andrew. Sorry, Andrew. Oh, he's still driving. I'm going to mute you again.
What the hell's he driving to it freaking?
I don't know. Maybe he's rushing. He's probably rushing to the grocery store before they close. Hello?
Yeah.
You driving? Hello? Did you unmute him?
No, I didn't.
If
He
you guys
did.
can hear me or not,
Yeah. Oh, now. Oh, he's. Oh, we just dropped. Okay, perfect. All right. He's probably going to the grocery store to get his lunches for the day. Reinforcements where and can't be placed. And can they be stacked? Probably not. That's a cool thing. They don't seem to have a lot of like exceptions, which is what really makes games much more hard than they need to be sometimes.
Yep. I like it when they'll take some of the rules that could be minimalized that really don't affect the play of the game, and they minimalize them. I think that's pretty cool.
Well, like the rule I'm thinking of here. Oh, we got to talk. I think I'm through the reinforcements here. Let's see here. Withdraw, control of VPXs.
It's like great supply in the great battles of the American Civil War, how they really simplified that to get that headache out of the way.
All right, so two things. So like one thing I like is they don't have advance after combat in this game. What they instead have is if you win, if you're okay, step back. If the number of steps lost, whoever has the least amount of steps lost, it could be the attacker or the defender. Once you do that, you get 1 action point to do something with it. So, for example, because I was like, oh, can't you advance? Well, not technically, but you can. So, like, when these Americans attack them, and let's say they lose 0 and they lose 2 or whatever, they lose enough where they vacate the hex, just to make it simple. They lose 0, they lose 1, 2, or 3. They've now lost more than them, so now the Americans get an action point to spend on the whole formation. So anybody in the division gets 1 point. So it's like on this action point chart, which you can't see anymore, that you're rolling for every turn, you get 1 more. So you get it, and you can do whatever it costs 1 point to do. That could be refit. So like if you disrupted that battle and you can do all this, you meet all the requirements, you can just flip them back over. Or if that hex is empty and you want to move into it, it just costs 1 to move. So pay 1 and move into it. So that's why you want to have a guy in the back here that maybe you can fill in the gap and then kind of just leap forward. So, and the cool thing is if you had a stack, you can move that stack in for a point. So it costs 1 point to move 1 guy in a hex. You're activating a hex, basically. So that's a really neat thing. So what I'm getting at is that it's not like another rule. I mean, it is a rule, I guess. You get that action point, but it's just, to me, is an elegant way of doing that. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, the question that Nord asked, is that right? What are you doing with those baby blue boys down there? They're not Luftwaffe.
No, Joey.
Oh, Joey asked. Okay, sorry. So, yeah, what do you do with these guys? Do you just have them sit there and guard that? These are worth 8. No, wait, what did I say? Yeah, 8 times 15. That's a lot of points. Do they just sit here and guard those guys and go under improved defense? I think what I'm hearing Joey say is, by even asking the question, is no. Do they push forward and like maybe towards Aachen and try to take Aachen down? Because it's going to be a while before the Americans are kind of really pushing up here. So it's like, okay, well, these guys aren't going to be able to do a whole lot down. So yeah, maybe I push these guys up here, and I'll put this in my video. Start trying to defend Aachen and try to get the Americans pushed back. I don't know, Joey, what ideas? Oh, okay, then Joey just said it, attack. So now, but let's look at that. They do get 6 activation point. That's pretty good. 6 activations per turn, but I don't want to use them all, right? Yeah, because I won't get them all back. But 4 of them, but now they're only moving 2, and I can't stack them. Gosh, man, that is tough, dude. It's expensive to move them. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Not really. 1. Oh man, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I can get up into Aachen. I can really defend Aachen, or I can kind of come along here, push past here, and get up here. Or I can use the 9th Panzer Division and get them moving up there and attack, because they're a little bit better attacking units. That's probably what I should do. Use the 9th and the 1/16th Panzer Divisions to attack, and these guys are kind of back, bringing up the rear. So I think that's what I'm going to do, kind of support the back. But I mean, this is a 2-turn game. The Americans chances of them getting back here is pretty minimal, especially if I fill this line with zones of control and pushing up. But I do need to punch these guys out of Aachen if I can. There's no victory points for Aachen unless they get a bunch more points. It's the only way they can get a substantial or whatever the highest victory level is to be in here. So it's kind of silly in a way, but yeah, I think the only thing happening now, I think this is all the units we're getting. I'll have to double check here. The Americans might get some. Oh, the Americans might get some tanks. What the heck? Oh wow, the 1st Armor Division or 1st Infantry Division might get some tanks and engineers. So yeah, the Americans are only getting stronger. The Germans now are done, except for they lose these guys. So that's another thing. I may want to move these guys, attack them through this river, in between these two rivers, so they're not paying for that, and they go and get rid of these guys, get rid of 15 of the points they have, and also weaken that side of the American thing. So that's what's fun. There's a lot of choices here to me. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of choices, and someone might be like, no dingle dong. There's no choices. You do this, but all right. Okay. I think that's it. I've completed that turn. I can now flip that over to that turn. Oh, that's funny. I don't know why you have to flip that over. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I just did the admin, and now I'm in the ops phase of the turn, and we'll roll a die to start it out. And that's what's cool about this. You can roll a die, and then you can leave, and I can be gone for 2 days and come back and say, well, I just need to roll die for initiative. That's what needs to happen next. That's what's always the next thing. Hey, everybody, thanks for hanging out. Jeff and McMurray, thanks for hanging out with us. Any other comments here? Okay. Oh, good question. I think Knock Paris is a totally different game, though, Nordic, from what you can tell. Does that sound right? Knock Paris, I think, looks cool. But I don't think I would want to spend this much time on a World War I game, but Knock Paris is interesting. It looks pretty. I should watch a couple of vids just to kind of see what it's about, but I don't think it's the same thing. There are 3 or 4 scenarios. Let's look here. Yeah, 4, actually. So, well, yeah. The first one is First Blood. It takes place in a little corner up here. It's really strictly training. It is very much a training. This is 2. Let me zoom out. Focus and adjustments and 90. So it is. So that first one takes place like right here. And base here, just attacking this line here. And the Germans can't even do anything. So it's a solo scenario to learn the rules. The next one goes up to about like right here. And basically you're trying to get through to here as the Americans and get those 75 points. The other one is like starts, I think, in Aachen and back. So now you're trying to get to the rivers into the back of the board that you can't see. And then, of course, the campaign game is everything. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, which to me is an ideal scenario mix because training, the beginning of the battle, the end phase of the battle, the whole campaign. It's fantastic. Again, I am becoming a VUCA fanboy with this series. And VUCA, please send me everything you got, baby. Anyway,
Jeff, I don't know, Jeff. Don't send that to me. I probably won't play that.
I didn't say that. You're just making up bull crap. Oh wait, watching who's doing Operation Market Garden Panzer Leader? Who's doing that? Walkabout? Is it? I'm curious about that because that would be cool. That would be a fun. I'm sure that scenario that was made a million years ago. In fact, I know there Panzer Leader has some on there. It's like some of the first scenarios, I think.
All right, bedtime.
Colon 39. Oh man, now you guys can get me going here. Okay, hey everybody, thanks a lot. Hexy needs to go to bed. Apparently he's gonna melt or something. I don't know what's going on. And Sit Rep. Oh yeah, Sit Rep. He does. Yeah, they do a lot of that stuff. Yeah. They're real good. Okay, guys, thanks a lot, everybody. We'll talk to you. Hexy, McMurray. You're welcome, Todd. You're the greatest gamer ever. Thanks, McMurray. Well, what the heck?
Night.
Stop. Bat. No.
90.